Imagine the scene, the heart of Manhattan, where every block tells a story, and every window reflects the city's restless ambition. It's a bright, busy afternoon in Manhattan. The city pulses with energy, tourists snapping photos, business deals unfolding on the go, and locals weaving through the chaos. Life here moves at full speed, with every moment brimming with possibility. Inside an exclusive jewelry store, that sense of normalcy is about to be shattered. The air is thick with anticipation, the kind that only comes before something unforgettable. Suddenly, three masked individuals storm in. They move with chilling precision, armed and focused as if rehearsed for weeks. The staff and customers freeze, caught between disbelief and fear. In just minutes, the thieves are gone, vanishing into the sea of people outside, swallowed by the city's endless motion. They disappear with over $1 million in glittering gems, leaving chaos in their wake. The city reels. Police swarm the scene, blue lights flashing as media vans jostle for position. News reporters scramble to capture every detail. The story explodes into headlines, not just for the staggering loot, but for the sheer audacity of the crime. How could this happen in broad daylight, in one of the world's most watched and surveilled cities? Bystanders whisper, shocked and uneasy, as investigators comb for clues. The answer is a twist no one saw coming. Days later, a popular TikTok influencer, famous for their glamorous lifestyle and millions of followers, is arrested as the alleged mastermind behind the heist. The influencer, once celebrated for their online persona, now stands accused of orchestrating a real-world crime. The contrast between their digital fame and their new reality is stark and deeply unsettling. The case blurs the line between digital fantasy and harsh reality. What seemed like harmless content was, in fact, a front for something far more sinister. Police suspect the influencer used their fame as a digital Trojan horse, gaining access to exclusive spaces, gathering intel under the guise of content creation, and luring targets with their charm and reach. This wasn't just a robbery, it was a crime born from the culture of social media, where the boundaries between online persona and real-world actions are increasingly blurred. Likes and follows became leads for a criminal enterprise. Every post, every story was a breadcrumb in a much larger scheme. The story became a cautionary tale for the digital age, warning of the dangers lurking behind curated feeds and viral fame. The influencer's arrest sent shockwaves through both the social media world and the city's elite. Followers were left reeling, questioning how much they really knew about the people they idolized. Suddenly, the tools of modern fame, phones, cameras, and followers, were weaponized in a way no one expected. The very things that built a brand became evidence in a criminal case. The heist was no longer just a crime, it was a wake-up call for a city and a generation, living at the intersection of reality and digital illusion. On the surface, the influencer's life was a dream. Luxury, travel, exclusive parties, all broadcast to millions. Every post was a window into a world most people could only imagine, filled with designer clothes, exotic destinations, and a constant stream of adoring fans. The influencer seemed to have it all, living a life that was both aspirational and enviable. Their online persona was their brand, their career, and as it turned out, their perfect cover. Every carefully curated image and story was designed to build trust and admiration, making them a household name and a fixture in the luxury scene. But behind the filters and flawless selfies, authorities allege a double life, one that was far more dangerous. Influencer by day, criminal mastermind by night, she navigated two worlds with astonishing skill, hiding her true intentions from even her closest followers. Investigators believe the influencer used their status to gain insider knowledge of the jewelry world, networking, attending events, and gathering intelligence. She was welcomed into exclusive circles, where secrets were shared over champagne and trust was currency. She wasn't one of the masked robbers, but the inside person, the scout. Her role was subtle but crucial, blending in, observing, and reporting back details that would later prove invaluable. By posing as a high-end client, she learned about security, inventory, and vulnerabilities. Her charm and status opened doors, allowing her to ask questions and access areas off-limits to most. The trust she built within the industry became the key for the robbers. She was seen as a friend, a loyal customer, someone who belonged. It was a profound betrayal, using fame to unlock doors for crime. The very qualities that made her a star also made her the perfect accomplice. This case exposes how online personas can be masks, concealing true intentions. The digital world blurs the line between reality and performance, making it easy to hide in plain sight. The influencer's followers saw a glamorous icon, the victims saw a peer, the criminals saw an asset. Each group believed they knew her, but none saw the full picture. The line between performance and deception was erased. In her world, authenticity was just another illusion, and trust was a tool to be exploited. In the digital age, you never truly know who you're watching. Behind every glamorous post, there could be a story far darker than anyone suspects. The heist was no smash and grab, it was a masterclass in planning. The influencer's role was critical, using their social media clout to visit the store, assess security, and pinpoint the most valuable targets. Every detail was mapped out, from staff schedules to security blind spots. On the day, the masked robbers struck during a lull, bypassing lesser items and heading straight for the prize. Threats and intimidation kept staff frozen. The operation lasted mere minutes. The robbers melted into the crowd, leaving behind shock and trauma. The breakthrough came not from street tips, but digital forensics. Police traced the influencers' visits and online activity, piecing together the plot. The digital trail that built their fame became the evidence that brought them down. The arrest rocked both the social media world and the jewelry industry. With masked robbers and little physical evidence left behind at the scene, detectives knew they had to look beyond the obvious. The answers wouldn't be found in fingerprints or footprints, but in the invisible traces left behind in the digital world. They scoured visitor logs, appointment records, and electronic communications, piecing together a timeline of who entered the store and when. Every swipe of a card, every email sent, and every message exchanged became a potential clue. The influencer's recent interactions with the store stood out. Her pointed questions, unusual interests, and the precise timing of her visits looked more like reconnaissance than shopping. She seemed to know exactly what to ask and when to appear. Warrants for phone and social media records revealed a web of communication linking the influencer to the other suspects. Group chats, encrypted messages, and deleted posts began to paint a picture of careful coordination. The digital trail mapped the plot from planning to execution, connecting locations, times, and people in a way that no alibi could explain away. Each data point was another step closer to the truth. Ironically, the very tools used to build an online empire, smartphones, cameras, and social media, became time-stamped evidence. Every post, every selfie, every location tag was a breadcrumb leading investigators forward. The arrest was swift and strategic, shattering the influencer's carefully curated image. In a matter of hours, her double life was exposed for all to see. News of the arrest exploded across social media and news outlets, raising questions about online identity, deception, and the blurred lines between reality and performance. For investigators, it was proof that even the most sophisticated heist can unravel with a single digital thread. In the end, technology became both the weapon and the undoing. The case became a global story, a testament to the power and peril of our connected world. People everywhere watched as the story unfolded, realizing how easily secrets can be exposed. In the digital age, every action leaves a mark. No matter how clever the plan, there's nowhere left to hide. The Manhattan heist is part of a disturbing trend. Social media influencers caught at the crossroads of crime. Sometimes influencers are targets, as in the home invasion of York the jeweler or Kim Kardashian's Paris robbery. Crimes enabled by oversharing online. But now, influencers are also perpetrators, using their skills and access for criminal ends. The pressure to maintain a lavish lifestyle can drive dangerous choices. The line between digital performance and real-world crime is vanishing. Influencers are both targets and enablers, caught in a volatile intersection of fame, technology, and risk. The rules of celebrity and crime are being rewritten. Law enforcement and the public are scrambling to keep up. Social media has become the modern criminal's playbook. Platforms like TikTok and Instagram offer open-source intelligence, habits, schedules, assets, all shared willingly. Criminals can study targets, create fake profiles, and gather information under the guise of fans or business associates. Location tags and employee posts reveal vulnerabilities. Social media is also used for recruitment, coordination, and real-time escape planning. An influencer with access becomes a priceless asset to a criminal network. The fusion of digital planning and physical execution is the new face of organized crime. In this world, a like can mark a target, and a DM can launch $1 million heist. For police, social media-fueled crime is a new battlefield. Traditional detective work is no longer enough. Digital sleuthing is essential. Investigations now mean sifting through terabytes of data. Posts, messages, location pings. Gaining access to this data is slow, and criminals use encryption to stay ahead. Crime is now global, with conspiracies crossing borders and complicating jurisdiction. Yet the same digital footprints that enable crime can also expose it. Specialized cybercrime units are now vital, using tech to connect the dots and build airtight cases. The fight against crime is being waged bite by bite. When the headlines fade, the victims remain, haunted by trauma that outlasts any stolen gem. Employees held at gunpoint in the Manhattan store now see their workplace as a place of fear. For home invasion victims like York the jeweler, the sense of safety is shattered, replaced by anxiety and hypervigilance. The knowledge that attackers used online information deepens the violation. Kim Kardashian's testimony years after her robbery shows the enduring psychological scars. The real cost isn't the jewelry, it's the loss of peace of mind. Victims must rebuild their sense of security in a world that suddenly feels dangerous. The scars are invisible, but life-altering. Behind every headline is a human story of loss and resilience. The TikTok influencer heist is more than a crime story, it's a mirror for our times. Fame is now built online, and authenticity is often just an illusion. The pressure to project success can drive people to dangerous extremes. This case is a cautionary tale about the price of influence and the gap between perception and reality. The system that creates online celebrities can also destroy them. We're all part of this digital ecosystem, drawn to stories of glamour but often blind to the truth behind the screen. The Manhattan Heist reminds us, online personas can deceive and vulnerability goes both ways. Digital literacy and skepticism are now survival skills. Old crimes are being reinvented with new technology, and the definition of celebrity is changing. The question remains, now that we've seen the reflection, what will we do next?